straight to our main story. It's been an eventful day in Brussels for Theresa May. The Prime Minister arrived this morning for a meeting with the President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, and pretty soon it looked like a deal was in the offing to wrap up the first phase of Brexit talks. But when it turned out that that agreement hinged on some sort of divergence between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK, it quickly unravelled.
And that's because Arlene Foster, the leader of the Democratic Unionists who prop up Theresa May's minority government, gave this press conference in Belfast at lunchtime.
We have been very clear, Northern Ireland must leave the European Union on the same terms as the rest of the United Kingdom, and we will not accept any form of regulatory divergence which separates Northern Ireland economically or politically from the rest of the UK.
Well, the BBC understands that it was that intervention that made Theresa May break off her talks with Jean-Claude Juncker. Later, they both said that they were confident that a solution could be found in time for a summit of EU leaders in 10 days' time. Well, Philippe Lamberts, a member of the European Parliament's Brexit steering group, he's had meetings today with the President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, and the Commission's chief negotiator, Michel Barnier, as well. Philippe, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let's talk about how things were supposed to go today. When you had that early briefing, did you think that we were within touching distance of a deal and by now we'd be talking about the detail of it?
Well, as long as the two leaders, so the Prime Ministers of Ireland and the United Kingdom, would agree to the wording I saw, indeed, we were at the stage where we could declare sufficient progress has been made and we can enter the second phase. Now, it appeared that the British government was not in a position to agree to that language, even though I was told that they had given preliminary agreement. So apparently, there were no consultations enough with the UP within Theresa May's majority. But then again, you have to decide whether you want to have the whole thing hinge on the support of such a party.
Well, I mean, arguably the Conservative government hinges on the support of that party, but yeah, that's what I mean. So it's a difficult and delicate position, I suppose, isn't it?
I agree, but then again, the British government must come to terms with reality. You cannot say at the same time that you want to get out of the single market, customs union and jurisdiction of the ECJ and have no border on the island of Ireland. So the only way out is to recognize that Northern Ireland would have a special status that avoids regulatory divergence or ensures full alignment in terms of single market and customs union legislation. So if that is impossible, then if you really want to follow what Arlene Foster was saying, then the only way to solve the issue would be for the entire United Kingdom to stay within the single market. That's of course up to the British government to decide, but frankly speaking, at some point in time, some people will be unhappy because, well, the contradiction in which the British government has put the United Kingdom cannot be resolved to everyone's satisfaction.
Yeah, can we talk about the language for a moment, Philippe? Because
yes, sure.
Obviously Arlene Foster used regulatory divergence. And what came out of the document that you saw this morning was this idea of regulatory alignment. As far as you're concerned, does alignment mean that Northern Ireland would stay officially within the customs union?
Well, the language that I saw was to say that, well, the United Kingdom would guarantee that there would be full alignment on the items of single market and customs union legislation that are required to avoid a hard border in Ireland. So people may translate that into a continued membership of Northern Ireland in the single market and customs union. It may amount to that. I'm not a lawyer and I do not know the entire legislation package. But then again, if you don't want a border, you have to ensure indeed convergence or lack of divergence, call it or alignment as you want. So
yeah.
There's no simple way out of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about, Philippe. The suggestion seems to be that the words here are being carefully chosen so they could mean different things to different people.
Well, I am not sure about that, because to me no divergence of full alignment mean pretty much the same to me. Then again, there may be parts of the single market or customs union legislation that are not producing a border if